just printed off one of the most life-changing pieces of paper I've ever printed in my entire life. Now that we have our coffee in hand, our day can officially begin. It has been quite the hectic little bit around here lately, but it's okay because today we are spending a very special, fun, fall-filled day together. If you've seen any of my videos from the past, you will know how special of a day it is for Cooper and I to go to the pumpkin patch every single year. It was our very first date, so it's really just become our tradition to recreate it every single year. And this year will be our 10th pumpkin patch together. I cannot believe that. Like, it is so crazy for me to even think. Our very first date was in 2016, so including that pumpkin patch, it'll be our 10th, which is so special, and I'm so grateful that you will be coming along with us. I look forward to this day so much every single year, so I cannot wait to do that with you today, and also just some more fun fall activities, especially because, like I said, it has been a little stressful, a little hectic around here, because we've been dealing with another ceiling leak. And if you saw my videos back in January, we had water literally coming through our light fixture in our kitchen and left puddles of water all over the floor. It started again a couple weeks ago, and water was literally dripping from the ceiling down onto the floor, and it ended up being our dryer vent. Weirdly enough, like, you wouldn't have, I at least wouldn't have thought that, but it wasn't sloped enough to where the water could actually go where it needed to go. It was just sitting and dripping into our ceiling, which soaked up the water and eventually started dripping it whenever it could not hold it anymore. So they cut into our ceiling in our kitchen and in our bedroom. We lost access to our kitchen. So I kid you not, I cannot look at takeout right now. I've had to eat so much takeout because I couldn't meal prep. They literally pulled our fridge out, covered it in plastic, covered our counters and cabinets and everything else with plastic because they're cutting into the ceiling and sanding, and they put up like a plastic wall to our bedroom. So whenever they were sanding that part of the ceiling that they cut into, it, like, the dust particles wouldn't get into our room. But either way, like, I appreciate them being clean and like keeping that in mind, but like, losing access to those two parts of your home is really hard whenever you work from home and you rely so much on being able to meal prep your food and to work in your bedroom and your space, because that's where our desk is. So it's been very chaotic, and I'm so grateful that they just finished it the other day. So it's done and it's past us now, but I feel not very good because I have not been able to eat my normal food. I haven't been able to work out like I need to because they've been coming early in the morning and doing it for the entire day. There's been days where they said they were going to come and didn't, so we were literally on edge all day long. So I'm not complaining. I'm grateful it is done. I'm grateful it is fixed, and I'm grateful because the guys that did it were really nice and they were very mindful about staying clean and everything. So either way, it was disruptive, and I'm just really grateful that it's done because we're able to put our space back in order, get back to our routines. Today is just going to be a day where I can just refuel my soul with a day that truly means the world to me and being able to spend it with you too. And while I really haven't been feeling my best, I have felt so bloated and lethargic and stressed, honestly, from dealing with that whole situation and trying to keep up with my normal day-to-day things and being off my routine, not eating my meals. It's just been a lot, but it's okay because I've actually created something that is going to really help me end the year strong. And if you feel like you have been just off your game, or you feel like you can just do better, maybe even indulged a little too much in the fall treats or whatever it may be, I have designed something for both of us that is going to help us end the year strong and go into 2026 feeling absolutely amazing. So make sure you stay tuned for that, because I thoroughly believe what I've come up with is truly life-changing. But first, let's just go enjoy this beautiful day together, romanticizing one of the coziest seasons that there is. First stop is the pumpkin patch. Let's go.
Slipping through my fingers, can't recall all the days as the ocean falls and rises. So does life have to change. Don't buy plastic flowers when I die. Go somewhere, spend it well, live your life. And if you mourn me, don't mourn for too damn long. Don't buy plastic flowers when I'm gone. All the world, she's getting older, and she can't recall her age. As the flowers die in winter, I guess she has to spend that way.
This has been our tradition since we've been coming here, really, is to end our pumpkin patch trip with a stroll through the corn maze. It's always different every year, so I always like to kind of walk through it and see if I can like kind of get lost, you know? But we're gonna head to get some lunch at our favorite restaurant. It's called Taziki's. If you have one near you, you should definitely go. It's my favorite restaurant ever by far. And then we're gonna head downtown and see if we can see any spooky Halloween decor. With it being downtown Charleston and so historic, it definitely adds to the vibe this time of year, and it's one of my favorite places to go see decorations, and it's very magical. So we will see what we can find.
Oh my love, you're such a fragile thing, I know. And with the winter comes the ice, the snow, but I'm it all.
I swear Taziki's always hits. You need to go there if you haven't. But I forgot I used my last fall bath bomb last night, so I'm gonna run into Lush really quickly and see if they have any more. I hope they do. And then we also need to run into Victoria's Secret because I am out of my perfume.
The trees haven't started to shed, just feel the summer sun as it warms our bed. I'm lying, and I'm lying.
Both Lush and Victoria's Secret were successes. This is the perfume I actually used to wear. I started wearing it I think in like 6th or 7th grade, and I switched to Coconut Coast during the summer and I ran out, so I wanted to go back to my fresh and clean scent. So I'm very happy that they had it, and it was only $10. Normally they're $20, so they were on sale. Just the universe is working in our favor today. But now it is time to head to downtown and check out all their decorations. The clouds are rolling in and it is getting a little bit later, so I am actually more excited because I feel like it's just going to be a little bit more moody. I'm definitely definitely gonna switch my shoes though, because my toes are hurting in these shoes. Honestly, these are best to wear to the pumpkin patch because there's a lot of dust and dirt, so my tennis shoes definitely go through a beating if I wear them there. So I think since we're walking a little further downtown, we're gonna need our tennis shoes. But let's go, because I'm so excited to see the decorations this year.
I wonder where you go when we're in the same space. You're more like a ghost in between a place and a feeling. The sun kissed your face, you turned the other cheek, until the clouds filled our sky.
If you're ever planning a trip to Charleston, I highly suggest coming in the middle of October. With all of these houses being built in like the 1700s, this time of year is just perfect to come because the history just enhances the spookiness of this time of year, and it's just extra magical. It's one of my must-dos every single year. It's our tradition. It's just a really special time. I have to come down here in October and see what's going on with the decorations every year. So, and plus the weather's a lot cooler and there's less tourists this time of year. So I love it so much. For those of you who have been watching my videos, you'll know a G-Wagon is my dream car. So look at this little sign from the universe that we're on the right track. Oh, spotted another one. Found number 3. Oh my gosh, this one's really nice. So this building is really cool. It's called the Powder Magazine, and it was built in 1713, and this is where they would keep all the powder and stuff for their cannons. And as you can see right there, that is what they used to put prisoners in, as you can see by the demonstration. This is pretty crazy. This guy, he was imprisoned by the British during the Revolutionary War. That's insane. It is so humbling walking through a graveyard, because you really think about these people, and they had their own problems in that time, and just like we have problems now in our own time, and to think like no matter what, at the end of the day, like our time is gonna come. So it's just a little reminder to not sweat the small stuff, because it really just doesn't matter at the end of the day. It's the bigger picture that really does. So I've really enjoyed my day down here, and this sunset is so stunning. I think we're gonna head home for a little cozy night in, get a really delicious dinner, possibly some pizza, and watch something a little spooky. I am all showered, all clean. I feel so much better, but I honestly had such a great day. Like, it was the perfect fall day, honestly. I look forward to it every single year, and the pumpkin patch was just such another special memory that we created, and this was our 10th one, like I said. So it's just really crazy to think that we've been doing this together for 10 years. It feels like it was yesterday, but at the same time it feels like it was so long ago. But I decided to go with just a delicious margarita pizza. It's organic, and honestly, we had such a healthy lunch. I would love to have a really cozy, satiating dinner, because like I always say here, it's all about balance. And today we are just having the coziest day, the most fall day. So I feel like this is called for. So we're going to cozy up, enjoy our pizza, and we're gonna watch Wednesday. I love Wednesday, and I think it is just such a great show to watch during this time of year. It has that spooky vibe to it. Definitely fits the vibes that we're going for. So we're gonna watch Wednesday, get cozy, and just enjoy our fall night together. And then I will see you in the morning where we're going to talk about a very special announcement that I have for you. I'm very excited because I truly think this is going to be such a game-changing thing, and I think it's really going to help you as much as it's going to help me. Make sure you stay tuned. But I'm gonna cozy up, eat my dinner because I'm so hungry, and then we are going to talk all about it tomorrow. I have just printed off one of the most life-changing pieces of paper I've ever printed in my entire life. Let's talk about it. Like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, everything has just been so all over the place lately with that ceiling leak because we have had to turn our home inside out, just like moving things so that they could get to the workspaces they needed to and not being able to access certain parts of our home. It has just really taken a toll on my meals, my routines, my workouts, all of the above. But even if you're not dealing with a ceiling leak like I was, and you just feel the end of the year approaching, you feel the pressure of just wanting to end the year strong and going into the next one feeling really good about yourself and stepping into that identity that you've dreamed of, I have created a 60-day challenge for you and I to do that is going to give us just that. It's going to help you get back on track for the new year, and I have carefully curated everything that is in this challenge, and everything has a purpose. This challenge is 7 simple rules that you're going to follow for 60 days. Each one is meant to maximize different parts of your life, so you're really hitting every single area between mentally, physically, and even emotionally. Now you can start this at any point in the year. It does not have to be at the end of the year, but currently as I'm filming this, November 1st is approaching, and that's exactly 60 days from the end of the year. So I'm using that, okay? I am using that to get closer to my goals, and I really wanted to take you along with me because I know I'm not the only one that feels this way. Not everyone may have been dealing with a ceiling leak, but I know that there are other obstacles that come along with this time of year. So let me explain this challenge. So like I said, it is 7 simple rules, and the name of this challenge is the 7 for 60 challenge. So, you know, 7 rules for 60 days. The first one is to read 10 minutes of nonfiction a day. I prefer 10 minutes over 10 pages because 10 minutes is just a very manageable time. You could even break this up if you wanted to and do like 3-minute increments, like whatever you have to do to get this in. 10 minutes is all that you need. Even if you read 1 page, there is most likely something that is impactful on that page, especially if it's a nonfiction book or it's enough to keep you wanting to read. So you know that if you start that 10 minutes, you know for sure like you're only going to be there for 10 minutes, and it's a lot less likely to give you excuses to not do it. There have actually been studies that have proven that reading for 10 minutes a day of nonfiction can strengthen your neural pathways. It increases your mental resilience, and it's actually been shown to reduce stress by 68%. It really trains your brain to think clearer and to actually stay calm throughout your day. It's a little easy to get overwhelmed with the day itself and the things that pop up. So usually for me, I find I read some kind of nugget every single day when I do my 10 minutes of reading, and that nugget that I read helps me so much throughout my day because it just gets me out of my own head and around or in the mind of someone that I want to emulate, like Tony Robbins, for instance. When I read 10 minutes of a Tony Robbins book, he is giving you so much wisdom, and to be able to have my mind think in the way his does, the nuggets he gives really help me so much throughout my day. Rule number 2 is to stick to a diet/meal plan at least 6 days a week. Now this has to be really curated around the goals that you have for your own physical well-being and your own health. For me personally, I want to be more lean and build muscle, so I eat a low-calorie and high-protein diet. So my goal is to hit anywhere from 1,600 to 1700 calories at least 6 times a week and at least 130 grams of protein, because I do a lot of resistance training. So that is what my goals are with this particular rule. This could be you incorporating more whole foods, or maybe cooking a meal at home a week, or whatever it is for you that you feel like you need. Maybe it's sticking to a Mediterranean diet, or maybe it's doing keto. Like whatever it is that fits your goals, that is what it's going to be for this rule, and stick to it for at least 6 days a week. Now it's really important to have this balance, because when you have that one day where you let yourself just have a treat that you really want, or have an indulgent meal, it's going to help you stay so much more consistent to your meal plan, because you feel like you have that balance and you don't feel restricted. You don't feel like you are missing out, especially this time of year, because during this challenge, which we're going to talk about, there are 2 holidays within there, especially if you're in the States. So it can be very easy to default on those days. But sticking to a diet or a meal plan is really going to help you be more aware of your food choices. It's going to help you so much with emotional eating and being able to stabilize your blood sugar, which if you're able to do that, that's just going to overall boost your energy and your mood. One thing that has really helped me with having that cheat day, for lack of a better term, is that with calorie counting, especially if you are being in a calorie deficit, it's really going to keep you from plateauing, because it kind of shocks your metabolism by eating over your deficit or over your maintenance. So it's really going to help you with that. It's good to have those days where you do eat a little bit more than your deficit. So whatever you feel like is going to fit your goals with this, like I said, is what I want you to pick, whether it is a particular diet or a particular meal plan, or just overall just trying to integrate more healthy foods. That is what I really want you to focus with on this, because this is going to help you so much with your energy and obviously your fitness goals. Rule number 3 is 30 minutes of movement a day. Now this is going to boost your endorphins, it's going to boost your metabolism, and I'm not saying that you need to do intense workouts all of the time. It is literally just about getting moving every single day. Tony Robbins talks so much about changing your physiology, and I promise you, if you are staying consistent with working out or just moving every day, whether it's stretching, it's yoga, it's doing a HIIT workout, it's weightlifting, it's going for walks or runs, whatever it is, a swim, I don't know, whatever makes you feel good, whatever movement that day calls to you, you are going to feel so much more confident in your body, feel good in your body, you're going to think so much more clearly, and you're going to be so much more willing to stick to your food goals and to stick to your other goals, because I feel like that whenever you are consistently moving, at least for me, when I'm working out, it overflows into other parts of my life. That is kind of my foundation for my productivity. My best times where I am in the best flow of productivity and of health is when I am working out consistently. The times where I'm just trying to eat healthy and I'm not working out as much or not moving like I need to, I don't stick to it. So this is such an important rule, and making at least 30 minutes a day to do this, and whatever form feels good to you that day, is going to just change your life alone in this simple rule. Plus, it is a great stress reliever. If you are stressed, this is a great way to really lower your cortisol. Rule number 4 is to drink at least 4 water bottles a day. And when I say this, I'm talking about like the Deer Park bottles that are like 16.9 fluid ounces. 4 of those equals 8 cups a day, so that's kind of the standard. So I would definitely say drinking at least a minimum of those. Drinking water and staying hydrated is going to be so essential, especially if you are getting that movement in. And another one of these rules that I'm going to tell you about, but it's going to curb your cravings, it's going to help your bloating, it's going to flush out all of those toxins, and it's overall going to make you feel so much more energetic and way less tired. Because I know for me, when I'm dehydrated, my eyes are dry, which you know I wear contacts, and girl, my contacts are so dry whenever I'm dehydrated. I get headaches, I am so like lethargic and I don't want to do anything, and I feel just like a bunch of brain fog. So if you can really get yourself a cute water bottle, or really figure out how you can set yourself up to get the appropriate amount of water a day, at least the minimum of 4 water bottles or 8 cups a day, you are going to feel so good. Rule number 5 is 10,000 steps a day. I know you're probably like, Michaela, I don't have time to do a 30-minute workout and do 10,000 steps a day. I have kids, I have school, I have a job. Listen, you can even lower this down to 7,500 to 8,000 steps a day. You are getting steps in your workout. If you have a physical job, you get steps there. You get steps throughout your day. It's really just about being conscious of those steps and also making sure you are going for walks and you're getting in those extra steps that you do need. So for instance, making the decisions to get more steps. So if you work in an office building, for instance, or in your apartment building, if there is the option to take the elevator or the stairs, take the stairs. You'll get more steps in that way. You're going to get more of an engagement in your body in that way, and you are making that decision for your health and for your body in that moment. So really just trying to figure out how you can make those decisions throughout the day. But getting in these steps is going to lower your cortisol, which is going to lower any belly fat if that's something you're wanting to get rid of. Now, if you don't have a fitness watch and you're like, how the heck am I even going to track this? I don't want to go spend $300 on a fitness watch. It's totally okay. I completely get it. There are ways where you can work around this where you don't need to do that. I have seen some fitness watches for like $40. I think I saw one on TikTok Shop too. I'm not sure if it's a good one. Definitely do your research. There are some that are a little bit more affordable in that way, so you could do that. I know iPhones and Androids, they have their own health apps that do track steps, and if you keep it in your pocket, I know they can pick up on some. I don't know how accurate this is, but it can give you kind of a little general idea of where you are with those. There's also $10 pedometers that you can hook on yourself that you can get on Amazon. My mom actually used to have this whenever I was younger. We would do walks around the block and she would wear her pedometer. So there's that option as well. If you want to do more of like a distance or a time kind of idea, I know that 10,000 steps is equivalent to about 4.5 to 5 miles. So you could kind of use your distance with that. You could use a little less than that if you're getting steps in other ways throughout your day, or if you want to make your goal 7,500 to 8,000 steps. And normally a 10,000 step walk takes about 60 to 90 minutes, so that could kind of help you gauge where you are too. Rule number 6 is a 5-minute daily self check-in. This is going to be whatever feels good to you in that day, or whatever habit that you do that makes you feel so checked in with yourself and connected with yourself and helps you regroup no matter what is going on throughout the day. So this could be journaling for a few minutes. This could be writing down what you're grateful for. This could be meditation, listening to a 5-minute motivational video. This could be just a brain dump if you feel like your head is just in a fog. Whatever this is that feels good to you, this is going to help you so much with your emotional regulation, which is at the core of your decisions, which then lead to your actions. So being able to check in with your thoughts, check in with your emotions, and catch yourself when you are falling into these old habits and these old thoughts, you're going to help yourself regroup and go back to whatever situation you're dealing with, or whether it's just your to-do list. You're going to come back as a better, more logical version of yourself. This is such a great way to become so much more self-aware, because there's a lot of unconscious thoughts and feelings that we have that hold us back. So if you can make yourself aware of these, it is going to make the world of a difference whenever you are taking action, because you're going to be coming from that place of the version of yourself that you want to be, and you're going to catch those old patterns and those old thoughts before they can take over you. So like I said, this is only 5 minutes a day. Figure out what that is for you that feels really good. For me, it's usually my gratitude journal and probably like a 5-minute motivational video. Those really snap me back in, and they help me with like shaking whatever bad thoughts I'm having that day. Or if I'm feeling really icky, it helps me just kind of get out of my head and really get back into the headspace that I want to be in. And lastly, rule number 7 is to make a top 3 to-do list. This is going to help you so much from getting overwhelmed. It's going to help you really get things done, and it's going to reduce a lot of decision fatigue. Having only 3 things on your to-do list is going to avoid you from getting overwhelmed. It's going to really help you get a good dopamine hit whenever you're able to cross off each thing. And it's going to help build that trust and belief in yourself, because you're doing what you say you're going to do. You are showing up for what it is that you need to do that day and taking the appropriate action. There has been so much research that shows that whenever you are consistently checking off these smaller actions, they lead to dramatically higher productivity, consistency, and follow through. This is going to seriously, again, help you so much mentally and emotionally, because you are showing up for you. You are following through with the things that you say you're going to do, and you are going to get so much closer to your goals. If you can just knock out those 3 things a day, you are going to feel on top of the world. I promise. It's just going to become your new normal thing that you do. So those are the 7 rules for this next 60 days that are going to help you step into that identity of the version of you that you want to be. And if you do each of these things every single day up until January 1st, you are going to go into 2026, this new version of yourself, and you're going to have so much momentum, and it's just going to be amazing. It is going to be the best way to start a new year. I want you to really understand the mindset going into this is that this time is going to pass anyway. I don't want you to feel like you can't get ahead on your goals just because of 2 days out of these 60 days. Like for here in the US, it is Thanksgiving and Christmas, and I guess New Year's too if you count that, but that'll be towards the end. I don't want those 2 days to hold me up from my goals, and I don't want that for you either, because once those pass, you're just gonna look around and be like, okay, what next? And then you're going into January not feeling good at all. That's just not, I'm sorry, having just 2 indulgent days ruining your entire last part of the year is just not worth it. This time is going to pass anyway. You may as well do the things that are going to make you feel really good and get you closer to your goals. Why not take this time and put yourself in the best position that you possibly can? And also, I don't want you to think of this as restriction. You are not restricting yourself. You are simply choosing something different. You're not restricting yourself from the sweet treats and everything, because for one, you do have your 1 day a week where you can have those things, and also definitely on those holidays for sure have those things. But 98% of the time, you are choosing the healthiness. You're choosing the identity and the action of that person that you want to be. You're not restricting. You are just making a different choice. And I want you to understand that by doing this, you are making your goals a non-negotiable. I want you to take so much action during this 60 days that it becomes unreasonable for you not to have your goals. Think about how you're going to feel at the end of day 60. You have done these 7 things for 60 days straight, and you are this just confident, fit, happy, healthy version of you, and you are ready to take that next step towards the next level of goals that you have for yourself. Okay, so now that you know what the challenge is, there's a couple things we can do to prep for it to make sure you are setting yourself up for success. So the first thing I want you to do is really figure out how you want to track yourself and your progress through this whole challenge. And I have done the work for you, okay? I have created a chart for you, which is what I had at the beginning of our little chat here. I have created a tracker for you. I will link this down below. There is no email opt-in. I don't want your email. I literally wanted you to have this just to solely help you through this challenge. It's going to be a Canva link, so you can click on it. It's a template. You can print it as it is. You can tailor it to however you want. And I've made it black and white, so it's not going to kill your ink. I hate when people do printing things and it's like a ton of ink. Like, it makes me so mad. I'm like, can you not? I don't want to do that to you. So we have the 7 for 60 challenge at the top. I want you to pick 2 goals you want to accomplish during this time. This is going to be your guiding light, and you're going to see this every single time you go check off something. So I have everything here in 15-day spurts, and I have all 7 days right here, and you can tell there is 60 little spots here. So this is your tracker. Choose to use it if you want to, modify it, whatever. This can be one way that you track your progress. I will be using this personally along with some sticky notes. So I'm going to have 1 through 60 sticky notes on my wall and just be peeling them off as the days go on, checking off everything that I do on this tracker. I also want you to document your starting point. So if you are trying to lose weight, go ahead and get that starting weight. I know it's really hard and it's a punch in the gut whenever you step on the scale and it's not where you want to be, but just look at it and say, okay, no more, no freaking more, and you will never see that number again if you just do these 7 things. Know that it is not, you don't have to choose that anymore, okay? Let it go, release it, take the steps to get to the number that you do want. But it's so important to know where you're starting, and I promise you, once you get to the end of this challenge and you have accomplished what it is that you want, you're gonna wish you had that starting point. And the same thing with documenting it. Please, if you do this, document it, share it on social media with me, send it to me, or just keep it for yourself, because that's a story for you to tell, and it's a way for you to also help inspire somebody else. As uncomfortable as it might be to document certain things, again, I promise when you hit those goals, you are going to wish you had those starting pictures. You're going to wish that you had those starting numbers, even if you're a content creator and maybe one of your goals through this is to get to a certain follower account. You're going to want to know what you started at so you can see how much you grew, and you can show people like, look, I started here, now I'm here, you can do this too, let me show you how I did it. That is what is so important about these journeys, is if you can't feel like you do it for yourself, do it to inspire and help somebody else. And again, you're also going to pick your 2 goals that you're going to focus on this 60 days. So whether it is a weight goal, maybe it's some kind of lifting goal, maybe it is just a follower goal if you're a content creator, like I said, whatever 2 goals it is that you want, whether it's just doing every single thing on this list for 60 days, whatever goal you want, pick 2 and only focus on those this next 60 days. The next thing I want you to do is I want you to pick a non-fiction book that you really feel like aligns with what you need at this time. So for me, for example, I'm going to be reading Awaken the Giant Within by Tony Robbins. She's a thick one, okay? She is a thick one, but oh my gosh, this is such an impactful book. Of all the self-help books I've read, I definitely think this one is at the very top for me. So I'm going to be reading this one, but a couple other suggestions that I have aside from that one are Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Joe Dispenza. That's a really good one. There's also The Mountain Is You by Brianna Wiest. There's Millionaire Success Habits by Dean Graziosi. And I also really love You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. If you feel like you've been out of the reading game for a little bit, or you're not a big nonfiction reader, this is the one I recommend for you, because she's so lighthearted and it's almost like you're talking to a friend, and she's very funny, but she really does say some very impactful things, and she talks a lot about manifestation too. So if you need kind of like a little spark to read, especially for nonfiction, Tums, that is our chart. You do not step on our chart. Come on. She's excited to do it too. But if you need a little spark to read some nonfiction and you're not normally a nonfiction reader, I definitely suggest her books. Those are definitely the recommendations I'd have for a good nonfiction book, and the ones that I've personally read that have made the biggest difference for me. Now, this next thing is totally optional, but my goodness, does it make a difference, is you could buy yourself a cute little workout top or just a workout set off Amazon. They're very affordable, they get there very quickly, and it's just something I'm gonna do because I feel like it just gets me really excited. This just does something to my psychology, at least. I don't know if anyone else is the same way, but buying a new workout outfit or a new workout top, a new workout pants, like whatever, it is going to help you so much with just getting excited for a workout, getting excited to get your 10,000 steps in, or maybe it is just buying something that makes you feel really confident and really good. And that's just something I'm gonna do, and I will definitely share what I end up getting to start this challenge with, because I found some really cute things on Amazon. Something else that is totally optional, but it will make a difference, especially mentally, is taking physical self-care before you start this. I plan on personally getting a haircut because my hair just definitely needs a good trim, but that to me is kind of like a symbolic shedding of my past decisions, my past self, and just heading into this new era of who I want to be, and taking the time to do some self-care will give you that same effect. So like I said, for me, I'm gonna go get a haircut. You can get your nails done or just paint your nails. You can do a fresh self-tan. You can do some kind of revitalizing your skincare, whatever is gonna make you feel really good, really refreshed, and just kind of like you are just shedding that feeling of just feeling discombobulated or not being where you want to be, not making the best decisions for your goals. That's just gonna put you into this headspace of like, okay, I feel really good. Because you know how you feel whenever you get your hair done? You feel like a baddie. You feel on top of the world. You feel like a new woman, and that is what self-care is going to do for you. Now, I want you to decide what your meal plan is going to be, because you are going to need to grocery shop or get the things that you need for this. Like I said, I am doing low calorie and high protein, so whatever kind of meal plan is going to fit your goals, that is what I would definitely gear it towards. Maybe even your goal is to just lower your grocery budget and just incorporate healthier foods along with that. That's something you could do too. Maybe making more healthy crock pot meals for this time of year, because you can really feel like you're immersing yourself in the coziness of fall and winter, but you're also making something that is going to nourish your body and help you get towards your goals. So really think about this. Go on TikTok, go on Pinterest, get some ideas, come up with a meal plan or even a diet if you really want to follow a diet that is going to make you feel really good and push you closer towards those health and fitness goals that you have for yourself. Now, as far as workouts, you can absolutely come up with your own, go to the gym and do whatever you want to do that day. I personally like to follow a program, or I go on YouTube and I find just workouts on there that feel really good to me. I like working out at home because it's just a lot easier for me and my schedule. So I definitely like doing Mad Fit. I like Pamela Reif. Sarah's Day has some great workouts. So just kind of, at least for the first week, maybe come up with a good workout plan for what you're going to do, or at least the type of workouts you're going to do that day. Whether you want to do like an arm day, or if you want to do cardio and abs, or you want to do some weightlifting mixed in with HIIT, like whatever you want to do, just kind of come up with a training regimen for yourself. And that's just a way to set up a green light for you and to get a good idea where, okay, I have my meals settled, I know exactly what workouts that I'm doing, and you are just really setting up that clear path to success for yourself. So those are the things that I would do to prep for this challenge, and the things that I will be personally doing as well. And I don't want you to feel like you're alone in this. I know you're probably thinking, like I said, about those two holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas, but I really just want you to enjoy those days and then get right back to it. Because while those holidays are great and they have their own amazing things about them, it's really not worth getting derailed from your goals for that. So definitely spend time with your family, eat the things that you want, and then just get right back to it. Don't let it derail you for days or weeks or months at a time, because it just doesn't have to. It doesn't have to. You can enjoy those things and then also get right back to the grind. Now, I will be making a community post every single day at 10 a.m. and I will be replying throughout the day to that post if you have comments or questions or suggestions or anything like that until 11 p.m. that night. And then I will be making another post at 10 a.m. the next day. So I'm going to be sharing my journey with you through short form videos, through my long form videos, through my community posts. So make sure you are staying tuned in with those, because I'll be sharing a lot of motivation there, things that are helping me on the journey, and hopefully things that will help you along yours as well. I want you to feel like you are walking side by side with me and we are doing this together, because it can be so easy to derail this time of year with the holidays and with the time change. It comes with its own challenges, but I don't want you to feel like you're alone, especially if you're around people that don't really have the drive to do this right now, or the motivation to do this, or maybe just aren't in the mindset, and that is okay. But I don't want you to feel like you're doing this by yourself, because you're not. I'm right here with you. I'm going to do everything I can to motivate you and share everything I can to support you and things that are helping me. And I want you to feel like you can comment on these community posts. Comment on them. If you are struggling, comment your struggles. If you see someone else commented a struggle, please help them and support them. Let's do this as a community and enjoy working for something bigger than ourselves as a collective. And please, please, if you feel comfortable, share your journey. I would love to see you do this. I would love to see the pictures and videos and just the progress that you are seeing and feeling along the way. And it's going to inspire other people. So if you feel comfortable enough, please share, please tag me. I would love to see you doing this challenge with me. So again, we will be starting November 1st, but you can start absolutely whenever. If I'm on day 10 and you feel like you want to jump in, please jump in. There is no time limit to this. You can do this any time of the year, anytime during the 60 days. It doesn't have to be whenever I start. That's just when I want to start, but it's up to you. So that is the 7 for 60 challenge, and I am so stoked to take this journey along with you. Please comment below if you plan on doing it or if you're interested in doing it or if you have any questions about it. Again, I will have this tracker linked below in the description box so you can easily just download it. It'll be a Canva link, so again, you can modify it to what you like, print it as it is, whatever you want to do that is going to be the best fit for you to stick to your challenge and to your daily things. I want you to do that. It can be completely modified to what you want. So make sure you're staying tuned because I'll be sharing so much of my community posts in my shorts, in my YouTube videos. You will be seeing a lot of me. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for spending such a special day with me yesterday. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the very next video. Bye.